Today I'm going to share with you another incredibly simple yet highly effective way to make fertilizer for your orchids, especially suitable for weak, slow-growing or recovering orchids. The main ingredient, bananas, are nothing new. Bananas, especially the peel, contain potassium, phosphorus, nitrogen, and many natural vitamins, nutrients essential for the development of roots, leaves, and the flowering process of orchids. If used correctly, bananas can significantly revitalize orchids, promoting rapid root growth and long-lasting green foliage. While we eat the banana flesh, the peel, often discarded, is a nutritional treasure trove for orchids. Next, I will prepare a clean container to process the materials. Here, take the prepared banana peels, then chop them into small pieces and put them all into the container. Chopping the banana peels isn't just for show. Its purpose is to help the nutrients in the peels break down faster and dissolve more easily in water, thus allowing the orchids to absorb them better and preventing root rot or heat buildup. Next, I'll add oatmeal, an ingredient many people overlook but extremely valuable for orchids. Oatmeal is rich in B vitamins, potassium, and phosphorus, essential nutrients for orchid growth. Here, I'm only using 2 tablespoons of oatmeal. Next, I'll add about 500 milliliters of hot water. The purpose is to quickly release the nutrients in the banana peel and oatmeal into the water, making it much easier for the orchid to absorb compared to cold water. Then, I stir well to completely dissolve the starch in the oatmeal, and at the same time the nutrients in the banana peel begin to permeate and blend into the water. After stirring, I close the lid tightly and let it sit for exactly 1 day, allowing the solution to absorb evenly, stabilize, and not ferment excessively. Next, we'll take the orchid out to begin the most important step in its care. Please note, before applying any fertilizer or nutrients, the first thing to do is treat the roots. I will use sterilized scissors to cut off all dry, damaged, and shriveled roots. These roots are no longer able to absorb nutrients. Leaving them will only waste nutrients and easily lead to fungal diseases. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe buttons to support me and so you don't miss any orchid care tips. It's great to have you as a companion on this journey. Look carefully and only keep the roots that are still fresh, green, and elastic. Besides English, we now have voiceovers in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on the settings gear icon to select the appropriate audio language. After trimming all the damaged roots, the orchid will be well ventilated, clean, and ready to move on to the recovery and new root growth phase. Before you begin caring for or fertilizing your orchid, you must follow this fundamental step correctly. If you do it wrong, even the best fertilizer won't be absorbed. Specifically, water the orchid with clean filtered water about 15 minutes beforehand. Water directly onto the base, roots, and growing medium. The purpose of this step isn't just to moisten the roots, but to awaken them after a period of dormancy. When the roots receive sufficient moisture, the root tips will open and the root cells will become active again. At this point, the entire orchid is fully awakened. If you fertilize when the roots are dry, the plant will hardly absorb any nutrients and may even experience root shock or burn. Therefore, always remember, water with clean water 15 minutes beforehand, then proceed with fertilization. After exactly 15 minutes, the orchid's roots are fully awakened, so we lift the orchid out of the water. Pay close attention. Clear, clean water is a very important sign. When the water is clear, It indicates that the growing medium is clean, the roots are healthy and free from dirt or fungus. At this point, care and nutrient supplementation will be most effective. Conversely, if you see cloudy water, a foul odor, or sediment, the effectiveness of care is greatly reduced or even counterproductive because the roots are weak or the environment is not up to standard. After 24 hours, the nutrient solution from the banana and oatmeal has completely permeated. The nutrients have dissolved into the water and a slight fermentation has begun. This is the ideal time to use it. Now, we don't use it directly. We need to filter out all the residue. This step is very important because if the residue remains, it will clog the root's respiratory pores when watering, making it difficult for the orchid roots to breathe and reducing absorption efficiency. After filtering completely, we obtain a lightly fermented banana oat solution, rich in potassium, vitamins, and nicely absorbed nutrients. Next, we will dilute the solution with 500 milliliters of clean filtered water to achieve the safest and most effective concentration for the orchid. After adding the filtered water, stir well to completely dissolve the nutrients. At this point, the solution will become a clear, uniform liquid fertilizer that is easily absorbed. Next, in the first step, I use a soft cotton pad, lightly dampened with the prepared nutrient solution, and wipe evenly over all the orchid leaves. Wiping the top surface of the leaves completely removes dirt. The underside of the leaves, where mold and insects often hide, is also cleaned, creating a more breathable environment. This step opens up the stomata, allowing the plant to photosynthesize more effectively and absorb nutrients better. You can see immediately after wiping, the orchid leaves are bright, clean, and naturally shiny, without any remaining dirt. When the leaves are clean, photosynthesis increases significantly, stimulating plant growth, promoting strong root development, and sustaining flowers. With this nutrient solution, applying it twice a month is sufficient. There's no need to overuse it. On the Blissful Garden channel, you can also find many ways to make homemade organic fertilizers from familiar kitchen ingredients. These are not only cost-effective but also help plants grow sustainably. Which country are you watching this video from? Let me know in the comments. It's wonderful that we can connect and chat with each other from all over the world. After wiping the leaves, the nutrients have been absorbed and carried away all the dirt. The next step is to stop wiping and switch to misting, so that the nutrients are more evenly distributed on the leaves, roots, and the entire plant, helping the orchid grow more uniformly and stably. Next, I prepare a clean spray bottle, a very important tool in orchid care. Then, I pour all the prepared nutrient solution into the bottle, making sure there are no residues to prevent clogging the nozzle. Next, we proceed to spray the orchid directly. When spraying, pay attention to spraying evenly on both sides of the leaves. The upper surface of the leaf will be completely cleaned of dirt, making the leaf shiny and allowing for stronger photosynthesis. The underside of the leaf is where mold and insects often reside. Thorough spraying will eliminate these agents, and at the same time the stomata will open, helping the plant absorb nutrients better. Once the nutrients have penetrated the leaves, they will travel down to the roots, nourishing the entire orchid from the inside, helping the plant to be healthy with thick leaves, strong roots, and preparing it for flower stalks. With this type of nutrient, Once every 2 weeks is sufficient. On normal days, just water with clean water and mist to maintain moisture. Do not overuse fertilizer. With such consistent care, the orchid will be stable, grow sustainably, and produce beautiful flowers for a long time. Next, I will spray all the orchids currently in bloom in the garden. These plants are currently at their most beautiful stage, with evenly blooming flowers and vibrant, deep colors. Therefore, proper care is essential for long-lasting blooms. When spraying, only spray the leaves and roots of the orchids. Absolutely do not spray directly onto the flower stalks or blossoms. Some flower stalks and buds are very young. If they come into contact with nutrient solution or a strong stream of water, the flowers are very susceptible to spotting, bud rot, or premature shedding. With proper care like this, the flower clusters in the garden will retain their enchanting beauty, bloom evenly, last longer, and be truly enjoyable. Next, we'll prepare to water the orchid with nutrient solution. I'll take a clean jug and scoop out the correct amount of the prepared nutrient solution to avoid over-watering, as orchids don't need much, just the right amount evenly. When watering, water slowly, focusing on the base and root system, allowing the nutrients to gradually seep through the growing medium and the roots to absorb them to nourish the leaves and flowers. Absolutely do not water forcefully, as this can shock the roots, deplete the growing medium of oxygen, and slow down the plant's recovery. Watering correctly like this will help the root system thrive, allowing the plant to absorb nutrients optimally, resulting in thicker leaves, stronger roots, and more durable, vibrant, and long-lasting flowers. This is a very important step. Orchid growers should definitely not do it carelessly. We continue caring for the remaining plant. We place the pot in a fixed position, firmly securing it with a base, then thoroughly water the roots and the entire growing medium. The purpose of this step is to pump nutrients from the roots to the stem and leaves, ensuring the orchid absorbs them evenly and that no part of the plant is deficient. When the roots have absorbed enough water and nutrients, the plant will activate its growth process, developing strong roots, thicker leaves, and a noticeably faster and healthier recovery each day. This is a very important stage, determining whether the plant will sprout new roots and produce healthy shoots. Afterward, we soak the pot for about 20 minutes. This time is sufficient for the growing medium to absorb enough water and for the roots to fully absorb the nutrients, but without causing waterlogging or root suffocation. After soaking the pot for 20 minutes, prepare a clean cotton towel and gently wipe away any remaining water from the plant. Pay special attention to the leaf axils, leaf buds, and young leaves. These are areas where water easily accumulates and where mold and bacteria thrive if left damp for too long. Drying the plant isn't just for aesthetics. It's a crucial step in protecting the orchid's survival. Leaving excess water, especially on the leaf buds, can easily lead to root rot, fungal infections, and slow recovery. When the leaves are clean and dry, the surface is well ventilated, allowing the plant to photosynthesize more effectively and grow more steadily. After wiping clean, wait exactly 20 minutes before removing the pot from the water. At this stage, the plant needs to be moved to a shady, well-ventilated area with good diffused light to activate photosynthesis and natural recovery. Important note: absolutely avoid direct sunlight on the orchid leaves. With just gentle, even light and good air circulation, the plant will have the conditions to sprout new roots, healthy leaves, and stable growth. Following this step correctly will help the orchid recover very quickly and thrive in the future. Thus, after proper care and the use of appropriate nutrients, you can see the orchid recovering and developing significantly. The plant becomes healthier every day. The leaves turn a deep green again. The leaf surface is glossy and firm, no longer soft and weak as before. When the leaves are healthy, the roots are healthy, and in fact, the root system has expanded considerably, with new roots growing strongly and the root tips a vibrant green, a sign that the plant is absorbing nutrients very well. A healthy orchid will naturally stimulate flowering. As you can see, flower buds have begun to form. Flower stalks are developing strongly, not only on the stem but even sprouting from the base. This only happens when the plant is in its prime. Thanks to the gentle fermentation process of nutrients, beneficial microorganisms are retained and thrive in the growing medium, creating a loose, airy environment, allowing orchid roots to breathe better and limiting the recurrence of fungal diseases. The shoots are developing strongly, the leaves are thick, smooth, and firm, indicating that the plant is in its peak growth stage. Everything you see here is the result of proper, consistent, and dedicated care. Older roots stabilize, and new roots continue to grow, forming a strong, durable, and long-lasting root system. When we understand the plants, are patient with them, and care for them using the right methods, the orchids will reward the grower. Thanks to proper care and nutrient supplementation, the orchids in the garden have responded remarkably well. The plants are getting healthier every day, their leaves are turning green again, the color is deep and vibrant, and their vitality is immediately apparent. Once the foliage is stable, the flowers begin to bloom profusely, with bright, rich, and even colors, making the whole garden look radiant. You can observe closely, more flower stalks are producing, new flower spikes are constantly forming, and every plant is vigorous. This is a sign of an orchid being properly cared for: strong roots, thick leaves, abundant flowers. When the plant is healthy, the flowers don't just bloom once, but consistently, sustainably, and with superior quality. That is the true value of systematic and persistent orchid care. I hope this video helps you better care for your orchids at home. If you find it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more simple and natural orchid care tips. I hope this video helps you better care for your orchids at home. If you find it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more simple and natural orchid care tips.